got two left. Station. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't have a gun. Nothing.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bother with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you would have to leave the place.
Damn.
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled his right balls in 1911.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I'd fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Hey. Generator. So frickin' dope. Ubers are gonna shoot. Okay, we've got our gun. Supposedly this lot of ammo and stuff, but
To be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
dokie. Ew! My goodness gracious! Is someone behind me? Why did that happen? How did I get hit? Woo! Nice. Oh, I'm trapped in this corner. Okay. Ooh! Butterscotch. All right. Else. Thank you. Don't like it. Eight.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Double check the area. That was. I hate scary darkness. Fire. Battery.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. It keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. It's something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me. The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
This game makes me sweat so much.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
But also my office. Oh my goodness gracious.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking everything in its path. What the hell?
Don't fear me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here? Oh my god. That would like furious skull factor. Oh! Damn,
On the
dude.
opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Alright.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
There's like same thing that got me.
Some sort on the
What am I
opposite shore.
supposed to do there?
I hoped I could find a car from there. The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Fear. Okay. First. Fucking lot. Oh, come on, man. That barely
Some
touched
sort on the
me.
opposite shore. I
It
hoped
touched
I
his
could find a
fucking
car from
ankle. Died from ankle injury. What the frickin' heck? Okay, run through this. Can I shoot them? Like,
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path. As a teenager, just started to get interested in writing. Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer. I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Okay. Jumping jeepers. Oh, jumping jeepers, jumping. Oh, we're dead.
No one is safe in a good horror story.
All right.
Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
I don't. Karma first. Button. Hang back. There. Surely. Alright, that's all I can get. Hit. And okay. Better that time. That was for freaking sure. For freaking sure, my dude. Crumbles. Crumble.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering the vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, A Family Occasion. Journalist Alvin Derleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. But But you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Damn. Never trust a woman.
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
In Night Springs. Oh yeah.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Oh dear. Oh. I have 2 flares. We just want to run straight across. Yes. Right now. Okay. I'm about to get dosed. Maybe it's not needed.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Okay.
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the Dark Presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Ooh. Really, there's a... Eh? Little bit. Oh my goodness, I did not mean to.
This is Pat Maine, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here.
Aw, we love him.
I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Awesome. Okay, I keep to like gentlest of taps. Right thumb. Oh. Whoa-wee, 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 whoa. Damn, my bad. Sorry about that. Cheers. Probably missed. My freaking bad. Guess it's back to the little car. Gotta be coffee.
back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even?
Oh, was it the cat on the lap?
Plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then, there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Hi, Miley. Both the cats here. Scared. Brought the car. Hands again. Damn, that's a lot of missing.
Spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
I said that last time. I'm definitely gonna have to do more mic adjustments. I think I suppressed too much, and I don't think I'm allowed enough talker for it to pick up on everything. So I am sorry that. We'll get it right. We'll get it right eventually. Ow. Bright Falls Coal Mine. Okay. Oh, sugar. There. Okay, that's a little bit better. I turned up the gain manually on my mic. So that should help. In fact, it looks like it's helping. Awesome. Visitor parking, but we didn't bring a vehicle because Ian forgot. Cat on our lap.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. Seams were rich but hard to get at. The volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Coffee! Damn good cup of coffee! Damn fine cup of coffee.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
I don't. But now we're here at nighttime.
Wake.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by you.
You want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him!
I had to get to
How do
Mirror Peak.
I... How do I? Right here. Oh my god! Where?
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
How did I get up here? Jump over this. I'll be right back, guys. I have to use the bathroom.